welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a freaking story time. If you did not watch my first story time from last week of when my neighbor kidnapped my dog, please go check that one out because she was wild. But that video is also not like a prelude or anything to this video, so if you're already here, go ahead, stay right here, watch this story, then go back and watch that story, if that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, let's just get into it. You can tell what it is by the time of this video, but I'm gonna tell y'all how we got to that point. Okay. So when I was younger, I used to go to this summer camp, and I always like to describe my summer camp as my parents' way of making sure that I was multicultural and just around different people of all kinds. During the school year, I went to a Montessori school that was also, what is wrong with my voice today? I went to a Montessori school that was also a Catholic school, and it was in a town called Little Italy in Cleveland, Ohio, which is known to be a very racist little town. But to be honest, I always got the utmost respect. So yeah, I went to that school when I was younger, and of course, just the dynamic of the school, the kind of school it was, there was not many black children at all. Like, I feel like school-wide there was maybe 5 of us. So the entire school year I was just used to seeing white children, like white children, Italian children. That's really it. So yeah, that was wild. Well, then in the summertime, so then fast forward to the summertime, I was able to be with my people. Okay, my summer camp was in a city called East Cleveland, and if you know, you know. If you don't know, just go look up East Cleveland and then you'll know. So I went from, it was really, even though I'm black, all my family's black, it was still a culture shock to go from school to summer camp. Like, that was always a very rough, like, it was just rough for me. I'm gonna just be honest. In summer camp, they would call me things like Valley Girl. They told me I talk like a white girl. They even had this song, like, so the song went like, I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom. Okay, wait. The camp counselor would start it off and we would repeat what he said. So think about it as the first thing I'm saying being the camp counselor, the second thing being the campers. The repeat is the campers, okay? So here's how the song went. I said a boom, chicka boom. 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 I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. One more time. Valley Girl style. Yo, I didn't know Valley Girl style was mean. Like, I think eventually they even changed it to Jasmine style. And it was like, I said like a boom chicka boom. I said like a boom chicka boom. First of all, I did not talk like that. Like, I do think it was a culturally different way of talking that I came to the camp with. You know, these were kids who went to Cleveland and or East Cleveland schools, were around black children all day. And then, you know, I was coming from my private school and I probably was more proper, but that's why I never can get with the whole you talk like a white girl thing, because I had to live that, you know, like I had to be told that. And I think it's a trash thing to be told. I still to this day don't even know what that means. So that's that. But, I did have a pretty good group of friends, like, at camp. Like, and we was like road dogs, you know, them was my friends. We would always just get into stuff, and not even like bad stuff, More like if we would be at the park, which usually we would go to Euclid Creek, we would just like go off on our own, like, and call it like a hike. Like we were going on a hike. But like, you can't do that because you're kids. Like you can't choose to like just leave the counselors and go do your own thing. And we were just really adventurous. Like when I watch these shows now, like I'm not going to say we were like Stranger Things, but it was stuff like that. We just was like very like curious to know, you know, like what we weren't being shown. It was like, why can't we take a hike down to the creek? Like, ain't that what we were at Euclid Creek for? So it was just stuff like that. So let's jump into this actual story time. So one day I get to camp, right? Everything seems normal. They're like, we're going on a field trip. Field trip where? I don't know. Like my mom didn't tell me nothing about a field trip. Y'all, they put us in the camp vans. We're driving, getting on the highway. Like I remember like it was nothing. I was like, dang, maybe they surprising us and taking us to Six Flags because that was like our favorite field trip. So I'm like, maybe they're surprising us and taking us to Six Flags. Our parents didn't tell us because it's all a surprise. They all got our spending money. It's cool. They paid for our tickets. We're going to Six Flags. Also because we were getting on the highway and going downtown. Y'all, first place we pull up to is the Juvenile Detention Center. The Juvenile Detention Center, where kids who do more than take a hike down in Euclid Creek go. Y'all, I'm so stressed out. Like, if you know me, I'm very scary. I'm just a naturally scary person. And most people would not admit that, but I'm admitting it. Like, I'm naturally scary. Like, I think the worst is going to happen. I get very freaked out easily. I don't like it. So we go inside. Literally, we walk through the door. It's like a big door, a glass window, and all these young boys like just yelling like, hey, come on. Hey, I want her. I want her. Boom. I want her. And they're letting them do this. Like, they're letting them do this. Be clear, this is before I've ever seen an episode of Beyond Scared Straight. So I am shooketh, okay? I'm terrified. So they yelling, I want her. Give me her. So then they take us like to this side room. They sit us down. They, you know, talk about this is why you need to be good because you can be in here. We take them as young as this, and we have our youngest. I want to say, I really think this is true. I want to say their youngest was like 9 years old because I remember they were like younger than us at the time. Whoever the youngest inmate was younger than us. So I think they were like 9. And they were like, you know, you're never too young. You are never too young to be up in here. If you keep acting the way you act, if you keep doing the things you're doing, you will be right in here. And I'm like, dang, like, we're not even bad. Like, I did not see us as bad children. Like, I've seen us as, like, curious kids who wanted to know more than we were allowed to know. Anywho, then y'all, they're like, get up. Everybody get up. Mind you, I have on like a little short skirt. So I had shorts. No, actually I didn't. That was a skirt. I had on a short skirt. It was like blue jean. Oh my gosh, I remember like it was yesterday. It was like blue jean. It had like little faded white parts. And then on those white parts, it was like glitter. So yeah. And I had like a little shirt. But anywho. So I was not dressed to go to Beyond Scared Straight. I still think I held that against my parents, kind of. Because it's like, y'all could have at least told me this where I was going. You know what I mean? So they tell us to get up. Y'all. They put us in cells. So we can know what the cells felt like. By this time, I'm actually having a panic attack. Like, I'm like, y'all got to get me out of here. I'm crying. I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't feel like I deserve this. I don't feel like I'm this bad. And I don't want to be here. I'm crying. So then we leave out the way we left. We leave out the way we came in. Of course, those little boys still, hey girl. I really truly hope that most of them are either out of the detention center and doing well, or just out of the detention center and not in jail, like big man jail. So yeah, so we load back up. By this time, at least 3 of us is crying. The rest is looking like, what the heck is going on? The boys who's with us is looking like, oh no, I don't want this lifestyle. And it was just wild. So we thinking it's over. It ain't over. It ain't over. It wasn't over. Then we get back in the van. They start up the van. They're driving. Y'all, we go down the street to the actual Justice Center. So now y'all want us to look at grown people? No, absolutely not. I was the only one who sat out because I literally was kicking and screaming to not get out of that van. I was like, I'm not getting out of this van. Like, I'm not doing that. So I didn't have to go in. And maybe one day I can have my best friend Bianca on here to tell her part, because she was also there and she went into the big people jail. So I can't even speak on that because I didn't even make it in there. But y'all, that was just a wild experience. But I also think it showed me at such a young age that I never want to be in jail. It's something I never want to do. But yeah, that was wild. Okay. Wild. But yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I think it was also just crazy, looking at kids who was our age, locked up. You was just like, dang, you really locked up. We're out here just living our kid lives and you really out here locked up. I think that was the wildest part to me. But that is my story time on this. It really didn't go farther than that detention center because I wasn't getting out that car. So yeah. That's wild. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you'll know when another video is coming out, and leave me a comment down below if you have ever been in a Beyond Scared Straight program or anything like it, or if you just have crazy childhood stories of when you maybe should have went and visited a detention center, because I know we all have times where it's but maybe, hear me out, maybe you should have went and visited. So let me all know all of that down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.